2019 Porsche Cayenne South First Drive Review. Porsche didn't invent the concept of this sporty SUV, but when the performance-dedicated automaker decided to venture into the uncharted territory of sport utility and four doors, the world took notice. It's safe to say that the Porsche Cayenne was a success, so much so that SUV-adverse brands like Rolls Royce and even Lamborghini are getting in on the action. For 2019, the Porsche Cayenne begins its third generation with a leaner look and a new bag of tricks that further blur the line between utility vehicle and sports car. What's new? In true Porsche fashion, the new Cayenne's exterior tweaks are subtle, yet significant. The divided trapezoidal grille, for example, remains, but is cleaned up and given more pronounced horizontal slats. The turbo now visually distinguishes itself with one uniform grin across the front fascia. Further styling adjustments, like a light strip in the rear, are meant to bring the SUV more in line with the styling of the current 911 models. Its general dimensions have shifted a few millimeters, too, so the car is lower and wider than the previous version. Trim levels and features. There are 3 levels of spiciness to this Cayenne. It starts with a 340 horsepower V6 turbo base model, followed by the 440 horsepower twin-turbo V6 Cayenne S, and heats up to the confusingly titled Cayenne Turbo, which houses a twin-turbo V8 producing 550 horsepower. Compare it to the Land Rover Discovery's 330 horsepower supercharged V6 power plant, or the 333 horsepower from Audi's Q7's turbo V6, and you can see the Cayenne holds its own. The turbo almost matches the Range Rover Sport SVR's gluttonous 575 horses. You can see the Cayenne holds its own. Whichever engine you choose, it'll be mated with an 8-speed automatic transmission, not Porsche's fancy PDK dual clutch, which will route power though its active all-wheel drive system. Technology overview. New to the Cayenne is rear axle steering, a technology it inherited from the 911. We've seen it in other competitors, and it now makes its way into the Cayenne for the first time. The rear wheels will turn slightly in relation to the front wheels for added stability and handling. It virtually shortens or elongates the wheelbase depending on what the situation demands, which gives the SUV more of a car-like footprint in relation to handling. Porsche has developed a 3-chamber air suspension for the Cayenne, and the significance of this is a huge breadth of spring rates. Having 3 air chambers for each spring strut, rather than 1, means that the Cayenne can quickly adapt to road conditions when more stability is needed. Interior fit and finish. The Cayenne's is like taking a 911 and a Panamera and mushing them together. You get the performance of the coupe combined with the luxury of the sedan, plus some extra utility as a result of the mixing process.